Are you all watching Jacqueline's stuff? Do you all have FOMO? Oh my gosh. Big FOMO over here. Me and a couple people just keep watching all the things that the superstar directors are getting and doing every day. And we're like, oh my God, can't wait to get there. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Hello, Ashley. Yeah, I came on a little early so that I could, hey, Susie. I like that, Susie. Hey, Chrissy. Christy, you got FOMO too? Yeah, shy. Like, I'm gonna try not to swear, but it's also part of my branding. I tend to swear. Somebody said a swear bear. I'm like, yeah, that would be me. I'm a swear bear. Wow. Today, well, I'm gonna say today because it is 1 p.m. right now in New Zealand. And I woke up and one of the first things I saw was Melissa Grotz. If you don't know who Melissa Grotz is, you need to go into the Discover Your Aha Moment group and watch her videos and then dig everything you can up of her. She's amazing. But they were each allowed to pick a warmer that doesn't have a name, that's never been shown before, that's never been for sale. They've just been shelved. And they were allowed to pick a warmer and name it and take it home. And there's no other one like it. And then the bench. Oh, it's just amazing. I'm good, Brittany. How are you? I don't want to hear about meat. Oh, meaty hands, meaning chunky, not like full of meat. Good. New Zealand is on your bucket list of places to go. If you like nature and pretty scenery and a slower life, you will love it here. I think kind of that, I always say that I think America has all the things New Zealand has. We just don't have it in a 4-hour car ride like they do here. Like you can go surfing and skiing on the same day kind of thing. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Dawn. All right, I'll give it one more minute. I live in a really, really quiet place, but 1 o'clock is lunchtime around here. So hopefully it doesn't get too loud, but I know people come home for lunch and we have a couple partiers down the thing and they have, you know, they think their car's cool because they have that big noisy muffler, which isn't really cool because it's not like a good engine. It's the shitty muffler. Anyway, I digress. All right. So Jacqueline asked me a while ago to come talk to you about branding. And I kind of laughed because I didn't think I was the expert on this. I was actually quite taken aback by it. I'm so sorry, Ashley. Congratulations on him being your ex. I may swipe the comments once I really get going because I get really passionate and then I get distracted. I'm very squirrely. But I was really surprised because normally I'm asked to speak about other things. So this is the first time I've been asked to talk about branding. And something happened last night. Once a month, my team, Team Wonderbar, goes to the movies. And I had went to the movies and it was a girls' night event at the movies as well. And we've been going to those lately. And the guy he was the assistant manager, because I looked at his tag later, like, who are you? And I said, hey, what would it take to get Scentsy samples in these goodie bags? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And I said, he goes, let me find out, do you have a card? So I gave him a card, a washer whiff sample, a card, a Scentsy soak sample, and a product sheet. They're all stapled together in my purse. And he goes, oh, that would be really nice because you guys are here all the time. It would be nice to do that for you. And I said, it would be nice for them to do that for us. Now, I am pretty sure if I didn't have pink hair, he wouldn't have remembered me. I don't think. Maybe, but chances are better when I have pink hair, right? So then we go into the movie And hopefully I don't get him in trouble when I post this on YouTube later. He was very nice. Hello, Crystal. And we all were sitting, the movie theater is full of women and one man. Came to girls' night. And he said, before we get started, because they always do like quiz games for prizes in the beginning, he said, I just have to tell you, if you guys like smelly things and good smelling stuff, you need to go see, he's like, where are you? The lady with the pink hair. And I went like this. He goes, you need to see her. That's Patty. She's an independent Scentsy consultant, and she has lots of good smelly stuff. He goes, don't tell my manager I did this. I'm not supposed to do this. I could get in trouble for this. And he goes, so I'm going to enjoy my Scentsy bath soak. And he basically did a shout out for me in front of everybody at the theater. Totally not expecting that. I keep wondering if he likes me. But seriously, it was like, just see the lady with the pink hair. Just see the lady with the pink hair. Honestly, yeah. So I'm going to talk more about my hair a little bit later. But honestly, I don't think he would have remembered me and my group, because my group changes all the time. I'm the only consistent in this whole thing. So, but it popped in my head last night. I was like, haha, that's branding. That's branding. So sometimes what you think is branding isn't, and what you think isn't is. So I know Jacqueline in your week's video this week talked about a little bit about what branding is and what to be careful for and things like that. So I'm going to swipe comments away. I will bring them back when I'm done, or I'm going to ask you a question during part of it. And so I'll ask you for your answers, and then I'll swipe it back. Otherwise, I totally will get so distracted. I apologize ahead of time if there's a cat that starts talking really loud, or a garbage truck. I'm trying to think of all the things that usually happen when I do a video. So, all right. So let us get started with the real training, as I say. And I'm going to swipe you away. Welcome, everybody, for hopping on. Going that way. All right. All comments are gone, so don't think I'm ignoring you. I'll just come back. I just have a problem getting... distracted. I even have Dory on my wrist because, like, literally I have a problem. All right. Branding. I have quite a few notes. So I wanted to take you a little bit on a story first, because let's be honest, I'm going to tell you my story of branding. Do you know what branding is, first of all? I know when we start, everybody's like, oh, you need your own brand. You need to make sure you're doing this for your branding. And you're like, what the hell is branding? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, right? Like, what? It's more lingo now. I've been in Scentsy for 4 years. It was not lingo back then. But people were talking about it, and I'm like, what the hell is it? So I said, when I started, I totally didn't get what branding was. My strategic move was to watch YouTube videos. I basically taught myself how to do this business watching YouTube videos. I didn't have, sorry, I'm pulling the wrong way. It's off-centered the way I'm sitting. So it's, yeah, anyway, 88 squirrel. I didn't have somebody to train me. I knew nothing about Scentsy, had never tried Scentsy, had never smelt Scentsy, nothing. I just joined for the business opportunity. And I had to wait over like 2 weeks for me to get my kit at the time. It took forever. And so I taught myself what I was supposed to do with YouTube videos. There is no excuse not to be self-sufficient and self-motivated and self-learning. There is information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long on Scentsy. You can find literally days and years worth of information if you're willing to go look for it. So I just watched a lot of YouTube. Then the people that I really liked, I went on to Facebook and I friend requested them, or I found their business page, or both. And I watched, and I mean top people. I don't mean, no offense, but I did not watch lead people. I did not watch stars. I didn't watch supers. I watched directors and above, because I never wanted to be in the starting gate. I always want to be at the top. That's just my personality. It's just how I roll. And I want to learn from the people that have done what we're supposed to do and got where they are. So those are the people you want to surround yourself with. You know, the saying of, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get into a new room. So my strategic move was to watch YouTube videos, friend the top directors and star directors and superstar directors in those videos, and then watch what they did. How did they post? What did they post? How often did they post? How did they do their videos? Were they perfect? Were they not perfect? All those things. I just watched and took it in. And if Katie Farner posted something, I went, right, okay, so she posted something, I should post something. Wasn't the same thing she posted, but it was like, okay, I got the idea. Go post something on yours. And literally that's how I started learning. So I even copied Jacqueline's join brochure almost to the letter. My first one was made on a Word doc because I didn't have a lot of money and I hadn't earned anything yet. The story on my PWS, I copied from somebody else because remember, I was stalking all these top people. So I would take chunks out of all their stories and use them, whatever the non-personalized part were. Like now I know it's all personalized, but the non-personalized parts that weren't specific to their friends and their situation and stuff, I would put in mine. And then the more I grew and the more I learned, I would change that. So I kept it changing as I found myself in this business. Because I think a lot of times we don't know what our brand is because we don't know who we are. We don't know. One of the saddest things that I find out during Party with a Purpose training, it says, what makes you unique? And do you know how many people don't know what makes them unique? It's very sad. Everybody is unique in some way. And those unique things are actually the things that connect you with people. And I think people don't understand that. They want to just be like everybody else because that's how you fit in. But it's not how you do business. Sorry. I went to everyone's websites and read what they wrote, the top people, not just regular people. And I say regular people, not director, non-under directors. And I used a lot of what they said. My first, okay, so I know Jacqueline was probably had to do join brochures. So mine started as a brochure. Then I did brochures for a while, and now I do rack cards. So this is a rack card. And so people, I don't think read a whole pamphlet anymore. I just think they all have ADHD now. And because I hadn't earned a trip yet and I was copying Jack's card or Jack's brochure, I put some of my friends have earned, and then I copied all the places she had been because I hadn't earned anything yet. Right? So I still wanted to do the job and I still wanted to build my team and I still wanted to put that information out there, but I hadn't earned any of that stuff. So I can't say, oh, these are all the places I've been through. Cat. Told you. She always shows up. I did whatever Jacqueline told me to do. And I think that's something else that's really important. I think when you analyze and you get so into your brain that you don't take action, that's where you stall in your business. Just do what your sponsors and do what your superstar directors and do what your directors tell you to do. If you say you want to do this and say, great, you're going to have to do this, do it. For instance, within 24 hours of joining Scentsy, I had a new team member because I just did a post on Facebook. And I said, oh, I have a training call today with Jacqueline online. Oh no, my cat's going to go crazy. And we were doing a booking blitz. I don't know what the hell a booking blitz was. I don't know what the hell I was doing. And literally within 20 minutes, I had 8 bookings because I just did what she said. And then I was trying to find leadership from the people I joined under, but didn't find it. So Jacqueline ended up taking me under her wing. And I said, now what do I do? Like, okay, go to YouTube. How do I actually do a party? How do I hostess coach? How do I do all this stuff, right? So I just borrowed other people's branding until I started figuring out what I wanted. What made me different? What made me memorable? What people said, there's a saying, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. What feeling do you leave people with? What makes you stand out? What makes you memorable? Those are the things, that's your brand. Whether it's good or bad, brand is very much like reputation. in that sense. So what is it? Are you the person that's drunk falling off of a bar and then, you know, your Scentsy cards fall out of your purse and you like don't pick them up and people go, Or are you the person that smiles, shakes people's hand, give them a sample, and is a light in their day? So I'm going to go through that a little bit as well. Again, your brand is what people say when you're not around. And I don't mean the people that are a waste of space. I mean the people that matter. I've had pink hair for over 8 years. It's me. It's who I am. It's just part of my identity. When I joined Scentsy, everybody kept going, oh, you're going to have to change your hair to purple. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't want purple hair. I am a pink person. Thank you. I've never gone with the grain. I've always gone against the grain. That is something that is one of my superpowers, but annoyed the crap out of my grandparents. I've been in Scentsy for 4 years, but have had pink hair for 8. So I didn't change my hair when I came into Scentsy. My hair is just part of who I am. I've learned that my handwritten notes, my smile, my energy, my love of animals, my dislike of children, my potty mouth, my amazing service with a smile, and my willingness to be honest about products and not think about the money made me stand out. That was my brand. My team soon told me that when they think of me, it's because of Bitmojis, jib-jab videos, and emojis. I love to be silly, a complete dork, and make people laugh. The world is so serious. When you are secure in yourself and you don't mind laughing at yourself, and when you don't mind being silly, there's magic in that, because people need to see that. They don't want to see perfect people all the time. They can't relate and they just feel unworthy. Oh, I could never do that. She's so perfect. All her videos are perfect. Oh, she looks perfect all the time. Perfect, perfect, perfect. She doesn't swear. I'm sorry, but normal people swear. I just, under a certain age group, I think normal people swear. And it might not be as much as I do or my mother does, but honestly, people say shit and damn. They just do. They might not be F-bomb, but when everything is perfectly poised and perfectly in place and all your lighting's perfect and perfect, I don't say it turns people off, but it makes people go, oh, I could never do this. You never want them to feel that way. You want to be the light. You want to make people laugh. Let that be your brand. Oh, I can always go to Patty's page. She always posts funny things. She's always posting inspirational things. The way she words things, because I'm American in another country, so I word things a little different. But it's one of those things that you want to be the difference. It's almost like, in the feed of Facebook, when everything else is, oh, I'm sick, and oh, I have the flu, and all the kids did this, and blah, 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 and all of a sudden you share something that makes people laugh. That's magic. That's connection. That's what you want. I am memorable. It's a weird thing to say that because it sounds a little conceited, but I am memorable. And it's not because so much of my hair, it's partly, but it's not so much about my hair. It's about how I try to make other people feel, how I try to really focus in on them, my smile, and just my upness. Now, I know we all love Disney. Oh, no. Sorry. It says bad network connection, so bear with me. It keeps going. But it's how I try to make people feel. And it is intentional. Don't get me wrong. It's not like an easy, just natural thing. But I really try, because I have the whole squirrel thing, I really focus and be intentional about focusing on who's in front of me and trying to make them smile. My goal at every Scentsy party is to make people laugh. I don't care if I sell anything or not. I know if I make them laugh, they've had a good time, and my chances are better that they will buy something or that they will book their own party because they had a good time. If they all sat here the whole time like, would you want to do that again? I wouldn't. I didn't even like that in school. That's why I skipped classes. Like, hello, problem child. No, I really wasn't a problem child. I just bored. So as I grew into my Scentsy-ness, for the first probably start to about 2 years, I did about 2 to 4 Scentsy parties a week. I knew if I worked really hard and did the work that I'd have an amazing foundation. But in that process, I discovered, because you're doing more work, you're putting yourself out there, you start learning what you're good at. You start learning what sets you apart. You start learning who you are, hopefully, if you're open to personal growth and you're changing that mindset. So I started figuring out who I was. Now, if you look back at my beginning Scentsy cards, my business cards, or my beginning pamphlet, and you look at the ones now, which are 4 later, maybe, I've had 4 different designs, you can tell I found who I am, because I haven't changed them in probably 2 years, because I found out who I was and I found my branding. So it's okay if you don't know what your branding is yet, but be aware of the things that will help you find it and create it. The more videos I watch, the more I want to be Katie Farner. I know I keep talking to her, but I'm a big fangirl of Katie Farner's videos. Her training videos, love them. She's clean, she's simple, she's bullet point. I once asked her if she wrote stuff down, and she said, not really. And I went, oh my God, I have to write everything down. Otherwise, my brain's like all over the place. And so I really tried to be more like Katie Farner. And the more I got to know me, I realized I ain't ever going to be Katie Farner. I watched an interview with Pink, and she stuck her tongue out, and she cussed, and she laughed, and literally I went, oh my God, I'm more Pink than Katie Farner, and it's okay. So big lesson in Scentsy, don't compare yourself to other people. And I know you're going to hear this all the time. Don't compare yourself to other people. I am never going to be as perfectly poised and on topic as Katie Farner, and I'm okay with that now. That's her branding. I am more Pink, and I'm not Pink either, obviously, but I edge on that side of the scale instead of the perfectly poised scale. So, but that's part of my branding now, right? So people aren't going to get the whole clean, simple bullet point from me. They're going to get a little squirrel moments, and they're going to get my cat, and they're going to get this, and they're going to get... It's just who I am. And that's what you have to be okay with who you are. I speak the truth. I don't sugarcoat things to try to make others comfortable. I know you want people to like you, but when you're yourself, people will like you. Stop. Comfortable does nothing for growth. If you are comfortable, you're not doing enough. And you aren't finding out your branding. If you are comfortable, you're not reaching out. You're not doing things that make you grow. You're not stepping out in a little bit of fear. You need that little 30 seconds of courage to do amazing things and find what's on the other side of that fear. I know at World Tour, I spoke at World Tour. I have a video on YouTube you can check out and you can hear him. But I know Dan from head office wished he would have had a buzzer up every time I swore. And I didn't know if I would let it out, but when I get really passionate, I let things out. And one girl said, shit, I think in her speech before mine. We cuss a lot over here in New Zealand for sure. And in Australia. And I could just see Dan going, oh no. And somebody told me that our regional manager was behind me, her going beep, beep every time I swore. So, but I speak real talk. I am honest about what I say. I am passionate about what I say. And honestly, it's part of who I am and part of my brand. Obviously, I sugarcoat a smidge, just a smidge, because I back it up a little bit. But based on everyone's feedback and all the private messages I've gotten and how many times my friends have shared the videos or other groups have shared the videos, people want the truth. Sugarcoating stuff and fluffing things isn't helpful because it doesn't hit people. It just makes things seem nice and easy. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's messy and hard. And you have to be able to know the difference. There's a time and a place for cussing. I would hope and pray that you do know the difference and the timing of that. And if you don't, please don't do it until you work out your timing, because it can get in a bad place. But if you're good at it and it's part of who you are and you do it at the right times, it will make an impact. Now, I say this much about cussing because if you are like me and have a potty mouth, it somehow becomes part of your brand and you didn't plan on it. So now I get like Anna Hughes and somebody in Australia, Vicky Smith, they sent me gifts that they saw and thought of me, and they're all revolved around the F word. So now I guess it is part of my branding. So when you have to ask people what they think of when they see you, like when you think of me besides Scentsy, what do you think? I think you've all seen the posts. It'll be interesting to go do that post. What do you think of when you think of me, but not Scentsy? See what people think about you and what the first things they think about you, because that's kind of your branding. And it's a big eye opener. And I will tell you, people are going to be really kind on there. Because they're not going to tell you, oh, your kids are all sick, apparently, based from your posts, kind of thing. So I hope my little story helped you figure out that it's okay not to know what your branding is, and that it's kind of a process to find your branding. Some people might know it and love it and great. I remember when somebody was talking, I have team members that put so much thought into what their PWS name is going to be. And I'm like, keep it short. I don't care what it is, but keep it short. And then I say, what do your friends know you as? You want people to easily find you, easily remember you, and easily be able to go, oh, at work, going, oh, yeah, it's just Patty Wonder at Scentsy.co.nz. If I can go back, I would have just put Wonder, honestly, and people would have still spelled it wrong. Because here they spell Patty, Paddy, because it's a boy's name, and it's Irish, but they don't have Patties here. So I'm like one of the only ones. And so it should always be what people think of. And you have to be honest about what you, because you think they know you as one thing, but they don't. They know you as something else. You know, I maybe would have chosen Stinky Pinky because that's something that people throw away now. It's Stinky Pinky. It's Patty. But I am my own brand. I am my own brand. So I chose my name. It's easy to remember. Yeah. So don't overcomplicate things trying to get all creative because you want to do this and you want to do that. It takes a long time to train people on a name that isn't yours when they're looking for you. Don't make it complicated. Keep it short. All right. So Scentsy encourages us to be our authentic self. There is power and freedom in being yourself. I am the huge one that talks about no faux what. Fear of what others think. Stop with the faux what. Stop trying to please everybody. Stop trying to be something you're not. Stop comparing yourself to other people and do you. You are your brand. Stop trying to be everybody else because it ain't going to work. You are you. Be the best you can be, and that's your brand. Now, if you have to do different color hair, there's actually a video somebody sent me, Candy Hines sent me a video the other day because she had purple hair and she got so many more people talking to her about her purple hair. So talking to people was easier. I'm the same way. When I go out and about and my hair is showing, everybody wants to talk to me. So I'm actually having little cards made up that say, thank you for the compliment. You've made my day. Here's a little something to make yours. And it'll have a sample attached to it or whatever. And maybe a discount off of something or a free gift with their order. I don't know. I'm still working on them. But use things as, when you identify them, be aware of them and identify them and make them work for you. But it's true. When I go out and I don't want to people, because I am a non-peopler. I am an introvert. I like to stay home and I wear a hat. I don't wear makeup and I try to hide. I take the magnets off my car. I just some days want to hide. I don't always want to be the Scentsy lady. Usually I do, but some days I just don't. So here's where I'm going to click back. I want you to stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and thinking about and just be you. What about you is unique? I want you, and I'm going to flip back. I want you to list some things in the comments Name some things that make you unique. Now, if other people do this and you find some, that's good. It's okay to have people that are the same thing as you. I'm going to come back. There I am. Hello. Okay. All right. We had more people join. All right. So list below what makes you unique. What do you think is something that makes you different than other people, or at least different than the people that you seem to know? Hit me up down below. I am going to kind of give you some ideas to help get the juices flowing, because I really do find people struggle with this. What makes you unique, right? One, mine is, here's some that are mine, just to give you an idea. Pink hair, child-free by choice, rabbit showing. Ooh, I love that. Good. I am an animal lover. I'm a vegetarian. I am an immigrant. Ooh, Haley, crazy sense of humor. Love that. We may have to friend each other on Facebook. I want to see about your crazy. I'm an immigrant. I'm American in New Zealand. I love to be silly. I love horror movies. I'm a makeup artist. I'm confident. I don't have FOWOT at all. 4-H leader. Oh, 4-H. They don't have that over here. I miss 4-H. Yay. I'm an introvert. I have fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. I moved here to be with someone I met online, and he just passed away in December. That is part of my story, and it is now part of my brand. Life gives you branding, and when you least expect it, right? Everybody who really knows me knows I like big tan or black men. Just something. And tattoos. I am Scentsy. That makes me unique. Everybody knows me as the Scentsy lady. Stepmom, no kids of my own by choice. Nice, Ashley. We hate the word stepmom or stepdaughter, but for Scentsy, I'm taking her to reunion for free because I earn the incentive. And on all the paperwork, I'm like, oh, just say I'm your stepmom. And she just laughed because we hate that word. I am Patty and she's Beastie because we watch Maleficent and it is us. But yes, that is, those are the best kind. They don't wreck your body. Anyway, I am an only child. I was raised by my German grandparents, and I'm the firstborn American in my family. So these are all things that are different about me. I could go on to weird things like I have a geographical tongue. I can wiggle my toes on my own. I am a mom. Okay, now moms, don't get weird at me, but are all your friends moms? Because if they are, that's not a unique thing. But it is a relatable thing, and it is a thing that you can show. It's the 80-20 rule of Facebook posting. 80% should be personal and 20% should be business. So the mom part of that, and your humor, and you're showing your rabbits, although you could put the rabbits in the videos and it could be part of your branding with rabbits, the rabbit shower. That's part of the story and who you are and how people are going to relate to you, because people that have kids or that are moms are going to speak to you, those others like you, more than I will. Peacemaker. Peacemaker. Tish. Peacemaker. I like the sound of that. Yeah, Brittany, sometimes that's a sad truth right there. I'm not seeing, I want you guys to really work on this. I'm seeing some good things, and then I'm seeing some, and I don't mean that as a insult. I mean, would that make you stand out? So many people try not to be noticed and try just to blend in and not be seen. But I will tell you what, be the dork, laugh at yourself, be silly, be the jokester, have fun, people are attracted to your vibrations. And I have recruited people solely from sitting across the room from them, and they liked my energy and they got my card and they went home and joined. I hadn't even talked to them yet. I just really liked your energy and everything about you. And I thought, oh, I got to do that. Okay, that's a compliment and a half, but holy crap, what do I do with that? Okay, so be aware of what you're putting out, right? So I want you guys to keep working on that. Really, I want you to keep working on that. I'm going to kind of go. Sorry, phone call. Now look at the things that make you who you are. Is this the snapshot people see on your personal profile? Sorry, somebody's trying to call me. Is this, oh, see, I just get distracted. Is this what people see on your personal Facebook page and on your business page? Or do they see you complaining, telling us about every freaking person in your house that has the flu or throwing up? We love you, but we don't care. And I'm just putting it out there. Everybody gets sick. Everybody gets the flu. Everybody gets cold. Nobody needs to know about it. Who cares? Don't be the person that whinges. That's a word they use over here. Be the person who keeps their crap private. Now, I have a saying. Everything I post on my page is public. Everything. My personal stuff, my non-personal stuff, it's all public. Because I believe that if you don't want the world to know, it shouldn't be on Facebook at all. Not even for just friends. Because nothing on Facebook is only for your friends. Because people can screenshot, can't they? And things are now in the algorithms that can now be searched on Google and searched on all these things. So if you don't want things being seen and you don't want everybody to know, don't put it on Facebook. Period. That could be just my personal opinion, but that kind of is the truth about things online. There's people that post to get attention. Don't be that person. My man was one of those. God rest his soul. But he would be the one that would cryptic post. Oh, not again. Oh, I'm having such a bad day. Because he wanted the attention. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Blah, 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 blah. And he wouldn't answer anybody either. And I was like, yes, he's fine. He's going to the dentist. I'm like, answer them. He's like, he just wanted the attention. That's not an attractive trait. I'm just telling you. When you do things like that, it's kind of pathetic. Sorry, but it is. So when you're looking for engagement, let me tell you what gets you engagement. Funny photos of you, selfies of you, you in photos, you with your family, your pets, death, hate to say it, death. Usually you looking like a turd when I'm at the hairdresser with foil and weird stuff on my head. That always gets me good engagement. There's a right way to do engagement posts. Cryptic, sympathy, no. But I will tell you, my cats and my honesty and my openness and my authenticness about Earl and losing him speaks to other people, because I know a whole bunch of people that recently lost people that they loved, and some by surprise and some like me with chronic illness. And so I know that the words, when I just speak from my heart, it is not sappy. It is not sympathy. That's not what it's there for. It's to let people know that they're not alone. So there is a right way and a word thing. That is your brand. And this is what people don't understand. What you post about in your Facebook feed, personal or business, is your brand. So if it's always negative and it's always meh, and you're the sludge in the scroll, I unfollow and then I unfriend. I don't want more of that in my life. That's what happens when I go outside sometimes. All right? Are you the light in people's feeds, or are you the sludge? You know, I'm very intentional now when I'm on Facebook. Very intentional. I really try to think, is this helpful? Is it funny? Is it who I really want people to see me as? I belong to special groups or people private message me things that are totally me, but I would never put on my feed anymore. If you look back to my feed about, I don't know, 8 years ago, you probably see a very different feed. But now I'm very like, don't put that on my feed, because all my customers, I try to get all my customers and all my hosts as my friends on Facebook, because then I can engage with them and actually get to know them and say, hey, oh my God, your house refurbishment looks amazing. Oh, those curtains. Where did you get the curtains? Oh, that dress is great. This is relationship building, and that's part of your branding as well. If you are only there to work at McDonald's and Scentsy, like basically you are there to take orders, or just like not see your people, not meet your people, not get to know your customers, you are not going to build a really good, loyal base of people, because they can get that anywhere. They want to be made to feel special. They want to be important. They want to be more than a dollar sign to you. And that's part of your branding. So again, everything bad that you do and everything good that you do is branding. And you have to choose which branding you want to be known for. Okay. And this isn't caring what other people think. This is strategically being intentional about what you put out into the world that sets you apart from all the other complainers and all the other sludge people. You want to be the light. You want to be the sparkler. You want to be the fireworks. You want to be, you just want to make people feel good. You don't want to be the person that just adds one more to their day. That's not just in general, not even just in Scentsy, but in general. Because if you are that person, you will attract people automatically all the time. People want to be that way. People want more of that. Okay? Here's something I talked about in my YouTube video that's up on my page. When you are out and about during your day, are you the light or the dark cloud? Do you make people smile? Do you give compliments freely and often? Americans do that better than Kiwis, but they're getting there. Or are you so up in your own head, you don't even know anybody's around? You're just going from this place to this place to this place to this place. You got your head in your phone. You got resting bitch face. And you just, you're in your own bleh. You're in your own fog. You need to be aware of what your face is doing. You need to be aware of your body language. You cannot complain that, oh, I can't find any customers. If you are acting like that and you are at the gas station and you're not seeing the person behind the counter because you're like, oh, blah, blah, yep, here's my cat. Oh, yep, here's this. You have people around you all freaking day anytime you leave the house. Are you seeing them? Because they're seeing you. And if your car is branded and you have resting bitch face and you're not talking to people, that's your brand. Not on the car, what you just did. Oh, I'll remember her name because she's not very friendly. I'll go find another one that's friendly and that wants to talk to me. Now I walk in after you and I'm like, hey, how are you? Oh, thank you. Can I get a receipt? Oh, thank you very much. Here's a little treat for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day. Oh, thank you. Which one would you maybe do business with? Branding, your actions, your behavior, your ethics, your morals. It's all part of your branding. Kind of crazy, right? But it is. So I've learned this over the last 4 years. I knew nothing about this stuff when I joined, just so you know. I learned right from wrong. We all know that, right? I think I just did that one. Yep, did that. I'm so like in my brain, all right, customer service. Your customer service is your branding as well. What you do and how you treat your customers consistently, keyword in this whole entire business, consistent, is your branding. I am known for my handwritten notes. When I started, loved doing them because I only had so many to do a month. Then I started going over 100 a month. And I was like, oh, this isn't fun anymore. And now I don't love doing them. But, and I'm just being honest with you, but when I write them, I do imagine how they'll feel when they read it. So I get over my damn self because I should be grateful I have a thank you card to write. And I do the thing, right? When I was working for Nordstrom's, I think it was Nordstrom, or was it somebody else? I learned some amazing customer service with Nordstrom and with Kohler. Customer service giants, all you Americans will understand. And one of the things that was super apparent when I was growing up is somebody gave me a story. All right, I want you to picture going into Victoria's Secret and you pick out some underwear. Do you get the matching bra? I don't know. Maybe you're a rebel and you don't. Thanks, Megan. You get to the counter and you pay for your order, and they bring out the pretty tissue paper and they wrap your undies and your bra and they put a little sticker on it, and then they put it in a paper bag with a pretty handle and they go, thank you so much, have a great day. Okay, you bought undies. Underwear. By the way, just on a side note, can you believe people pay like $6,000 for underwear because it has crystals on it? Anyway, this is a side note because that's me. Just things that pop into my head when I go, oh. Now, next scenario is you go to Walmart. You go and you pick up undies. They're probably on one of those little plastic hangers. And you get to the counter, you pay for your undies, and now you probably just get them handed to you with your plastic hangers. They don't even put it in a bag because you have to pay for the bag. And they just chuck them in a plastic bag and go, thank you, if they say thank you. Where do you feel special buying your undies? Where do you feel like your sale mattered? Where do you feel like you matter? Because I'll tell you what, it's not Walmart. And you know what? The Victoria's Secret girls, they may or may not remember you, but if they're full-time people, they probably will. There is beauty in that branding. Your customer service and how you treat your customers and how you treat your hosts and your consistency in follow-up is your branding. My customer, thank you, Maven. My customers now know, like I always followed up after my sales, but then maybe I let them fall after a couple months, or I was following up all the time. But now when I have a sale, it automatically reminds me, thank you for placing your order. And they know, this keeps you on point, they know if I haven't sent that thank you text within a couple days of them placing an order, I may not have placed the order. I may have forgotten, or I still haven't placed it. But it creates this, they know, oh, I'll get a text. Oh, I'll get a text. People feel better when they spend money with people online, especially, and you get the thank you for your order. You get the confirmation. Oh, good, it worked. If people just give you their money and they give you the order and then they don't know what the hell's going on with it, and you never tell them, that's branding in a bad way. If they get a text that says, thank you so much, whatever you decide it to say, or if you leave it on default at Maven, or if you have your own system, doing that consistently is part of your branding. Following up with people going, hey, how are you liking your orders? Everything working okay? Yep, great. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much again for choosing me as your Scentsy lady. I didn't ask them for another order. That's not the way I do things, but they just know I'm there. And then every couple months, I do it again. Oh, hey, did you check out our new catalog? Here's the link. So this all is part of your branding. And that's what I'm trying to kind of get across, especially if you are newer to Scentsy. I know most of you are trying to get past lead consultant. Some of you have. Woohoo! Good job. This stuff matters. And as you go further up, you really need to figure out what your branding is. But it might not be what you have thought it was. Now, you can go to Jilly Sue has the social super group on Facebook, and she's really good about branding online and branding who you are and what to post and what not to post. I'm going to say, as a leader, you have a brand. You have a brand as a leader. You're upholding your vision. Do you have a vision for your business? Do you know where you want to be? Can you see yourself as an SSD? What does that look like? What does your team look like? Can you envision yourself walking the stage as a director at reunion? Can you see it? If not, you need to work on that. Your vision needs to be so clear that none of the other noise and none of the other shit that people post get into the way of your vision. I have had a very clear vision of what I wanted and what I wanted everything to look like and how I want it to be. Is it always going to be that way? No, but I stay pretty true to what I will accept and will not accept in my team page, because that's my baby. I worked really hard to get my team page and my team to where it is a place of inspiration and positivity and support and productivity. There is no whining, no complaining, no venting, no crap. As soon as there's a negative post, I delete it. Period. I tell them why. They can cop an attitude. I don't care. It's my team page. Yes, it's their team page, but they will not infect my vision of what this is supposed to be. And the ones that do the negative posting and the complaining and the whining, they're the same people all the time. So they usually don't last anyway. But they literally are the ones that as soon as I get a notification that so-and-so posts, I went, oh crap, and I run to go see what she posts. When you have somebody new coming into your team page, by the way, do you all have team pages? Because I know at 3 people, I had a team page. You need to start creating your own culture. You need to start creating your own communication with them and creating your own vision of your team. If you really want to move up, do it, I believe, at 3. 3 is the time, so that you don't have to say the same thing to 3 people in 3 different separate messages. Put it all in one place. Seriously. I can't even recommend it. If you want to be a director, start acting like a director now. Don't wait to become a director. You need to act like the director now as a lead or a star. Okay? I know I'm watching my time. The other thing is, when you're branded as a leader, what you stand for and what you don't stand for. Because remember, everything I've already told you about how I treat my customers, the branding, that carries over to your team, because your team wants to learn from you. Do you want your team learning your skills or better skills? So I make sure that they are trying to follow other people that are higher than me or good at certain things or whatever it may be. But you want to make sure that you're setting the tone and you're setting the example, because they're going to want to follow what you do and they're going to listen to you. So your branding is really important as far as behavior and customer service and consistency, because you cannot ask your team to do something that you yourself are not willing to do. I just call that fat gym teacher syndrome, because I had a fat gym teacher that wanted us to run, but she couldn't run. And so it always sticks in my head, like, how dare you ask me to do something that you yourself are not prepared to do? So, the other thing is, I wanted to, some things that, because when I say no venting, no complaining, no whining, oh, thank you, Angelina. You add a lot to that. One of my main sticking points is when people come in with something wrong with their order or something wrong with the warmer, and they say, has anyone else had this happen? And it's literally, would you call consultant services and get it sorted? We don't all need to know. It doesn't matter if it has happened to us. It's non-productive for that post to be posted. Just call consultant services and have it sorted. For the most part, that's usually the case. 99% of the time. Once in a great while, there's something weird. I go, and I leave it. But I don't even allow that on my page, because all it does is the people that never comment and engage, it gives them a place to come and complain. It's like they come out of the woodwork, like they can smell a place to complain. And no, not today, people. Delete. There's a way to word things that are like, hey, I've tried this. I didn't have great luck. Do you guys have any ideas? Not like, oh, this didn't work, and that's your post. There's a very different way to be a complainer and then ask to be supported and encouraged and productive. So what you do as a leader and what you accept in your team page, also part of your branding, right? This branding thing is huge and it goes all the way through and it's complicated, but it's not. It's literally what you stand for, how you tick, and who you are. That's your brand. It doesn't have to be so like complicated. Know who you are, know what your vision is, and know your plan of attack and how to stick to it and make everybody else come along, right? Okay, because people like to be with people that know where the hell they're going, right? There's nothing worse than being in a car with somebody that doesn't know where the hell they're going, and you're just like, we're going to be late. At least that's me. I don't know if that's you. All right. Finally, I just have some easy branding things, and this is how I'm wrapping it up, because this is easy stuff. And this is not even just your branding. This is just branding. So, Scentsy Success Store. Buy the shirts. Have the blankets at your kids' games. If it's cold out. I drink out of the cups. I sleep with the blankets. I am Scentsy, people. I'm not even kidding. People aren't surprised when everything I have says Scentsy on it. The gym bottle. When you go to the gym, make sure your bottle says Scentsy on it. I use the clipboard at the gym, the little clipboards. It says Scentsy Consultant, and I make sure that people can see that. And I purposely put it upside down while I'm working out so people can see. You know, do you have stuff with you all the time? The shirts. Everybody goes, because here in New Zealand, Scentsy Success Store is at least double of what you pay in your store. So just telling you this, right? So like our shirts are between probably $45 and $96 sometimes. The sweatshirts are over $100 and something. And people be like, it's a lot of money to pay. Well, you know what? First, it's a tax deduction because it's a Scentsy on it. Second of all, if you ask me what clothes I wear every single day, it is all Scentsy branded. There is never really a day I go without, except for weddings and funerals. Yeah, I had to think. I'm like, have I? Oh, I think I've worn a Scentsy jacket to a funeral. But are you branded? So many people spend that amount of money on a freaking dress and shoes and earrings and fake nails, and they never use it again. And it isn't a tax write-off. Where I live in my Scentsy clothes. I live in them. Because they do the talking when I'm too chicken to do it. Your car. Decal. The big magnets that say what you do. Make sure people know who you are, right? That also happens when you're driving. It makes you not flip people off. It makes you not cut people off. It makes you a nicer human being behind the wheel, knowing that your information's on your car. Or it doesn't. I have a director friend who lives in New York who always Marco Polo's me and is cussing out his window. And I always go, don't do that. You have a Scentsy sticker on your car. Go to Scentsy events. Scentsy events aren't, that branding that you are attending and you're upskilling and you care about your business makes people have more trust and faith in you and believe in you that you are going to be around for more than a season, because everybody does direct sales. So you need to show people that you are serious. And for a lot of the things, you get free t-shirts when you go. It's branding. Yay. Okay. I'm trying to hurry. Your labels. I think you've seen Jacqueline's labels. I tried to go find myself a label on something and I couldn't find one. No. Sorry. Don't have one. Oh, I do. I lie. My face is on the label, right? Your join brochures. I now know what my brand is. It's always pink. It's always, and I have that little character. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have seen these little characters. I have them on lots of things of mine, right? They'll probably be on my car at some point too. But there's a guy, and it's under Ziggy's Gallery on Facebook. There's a whole Scentsy album, because a lot of Scentsy people have these done. As soon as I saw it, I went, oh, I want one. He designs your caricatures for you, and you can have them wearing and doing whatever you want and holding or whatever. He will do that for you. I think it was $35 US to do that, but it has paid for itself over the years, over and over and over. But he's amazing. So really cool. If that's your personality, if cartoons and fun is your personality, go see Ziggy. He'll help you out. Your join brochures, your put your damn face on things. When you get a business card and it has someone's face on it, you don't throw it away. You feel bad. At least most of us do. There's a person's magnet for Intimo lingerie. I've never bought any. On my fridge because it was a magnet. So I felt bad for throwing it away. And her face is on it. It's brilliant. You feel bad. Put your face on stuff. So people aren't, you're just not a name to somebody. It is your branding. It's your face. It's a way for people to connect to you. And if their friends are over and they see it, the wax with the label on it or whatever, they're like, oh, I know her. Oh yeah, she's my Scentsy lady. Oh, I didn't know she did Scentsy. Oh, cool. I'll give her a call. Whatever that conversation might be like. Face recognition is connection to people. Get over your damn self and how you look and you think you're too fat and you don't have your makeup on and your hair's not perfect and all that crap. One day, make yourself look nice, or a day that you're already looking, feeling frisky, and take a photo and use that photo on your stuff. Okay? Please do that so you're not just a name. I'm lucky I have a weird last name, so it gets me a little attention too. But the face connects with people. What else? Colors and hobbies. If you are known for showing rabbits, I think that was Ashley, have rabbits on things. Have it be your thing. People know, oh, Ashley, the rabbit Scentsy lady. The rabbit said, that didn't sound right. Sorry. What do people know you for? Seriously, go ask people. When you think of me, what do you think of? And if they say Scentsy, that's great, because that means you're doing somewhat of a good job, because that's what you want people to think of you for. But, you know, have you changed your voicemail? This is always one that go, oh. Does your voicemail say, hey, thanks for calling. You've reached Patty Wonder, Independent Scentsy Director. I'm sorry I can't take your call right now, but please leave me your name and number. And if you're placing an order, please do so. Whatever you needed to say, and say I always say, thanks for thinking of me. Have a great day. So everywhere people turn is your branding. Do you have your voicemail on your home, not your kids on it? That's just... anyway, tangent. There's nothing more irritating sometimes. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. It's coming again. Cell phone and home phone. Do you say you are a Scentsy consultant? Do you change it with specials that you're having? Hey, join Scentsy join my team this month and get blah, blah, blah. So when people call, even if they're telemarketers, they're gonna hear an ad. You decide. Do you want people to know or don't you? On Facebook, do you have stay-at-home mom? which is great, but it doesn't make you any money? Or do you actually say independent Scentsy consultant and then and connect it to your business page so that people can find you easier? Everything has layers and everything is your brand. If people see you and they don't immediately think there's my Scentsy lady or here comes Miss Scentsy, because my friends are like, comes the Scentsy lady, are you really putting it out there? Something you need to ask yourself as well. When someone sees your post, do they look like everyone else's because you've used the workstation pics? I know, Jack, you guys have been working on this, I think this week, because I've been noticing Angelina's. Stop using the workstation pics unless you absolutely have to, like the Disney ones and the charity ones, you have to use those. But I always tell people, get together with your friends or your team members and see who has what products. And take pictures. Everybody brings products. Take pictures with these products with your face in them, because then it's yours and it's your branding and it's going to get more engagement. And take the picture or do the little video or something with that product. So you don't have to own everything. People have enough product between everybody. Work together as a team to take pictures to create branding so that it's your face in the photo and not a stock photo from Scentsy Workstation that 120,000 consultants can use. That doesn't make you stand out. That is not branding. I know when I came back from California, I brought Mickey Mouse to every team event so that people could use it and take a picture of it with them so it would make it their own. And you weren't like stuck using the same old damn pictures and then possibly getting suspended on Facebook for spam, because Facebook looks at algorithms and pixels in prints. So even if you shrink the picture, which you can't in a Disney, you can't touch the Disney ones, it still flags the pixel as spam. So you are at risk of losing your Facebook privileges for days or longer or permanently just by using all the things that are on Workstation. Because if everybody else is using them, it puts you at risk. I don't even allow them in my group anymore because it would shut down my group and I couldn't get into the group. And that's how, if you actually learn how this all works, that can happen. And it would jeopardize everybody in that group. So I don't even like them in my group. They know to take a screenshot or just say, hey, check your Workstation, blah, blah, blah is up. Facebook will ghost your posts. I hope you all know what that means. So if you aren't using your brand and you aren't putting your flair on it, and you just use the stock photo of the Illuminate warmer, and 100 other people use it, it's not going to be seen. Now, you want to post usually between 3 to 7 times a day or more on Facebook, and about 3 or more times a day on Instagram. Only 7% of people see your posts. If you went back through your friends list and you actually looked at your friends and said, oh God, I haven't seen anything from her in a while, and you go back and you click on her profile and she's been posting every single day and you're not seeing it, you're not engaged. So how are you going to engage? You're going to go to her page and you're going to start commenting on her personal pics. Oh, that looks great. Where did you get that? So she comments back and then you comment and you have a relationship. It's intentional. It's work. I'm not going to lie, but it's fun work. If you're going to be scrolling Facebook and killing time, make it work for you. Make people feel good. Notice people. Be aware of other people. You cannot be the person on Facebook that's only talking about yourself, only posting, never commenting. It's rude, and it just kind of shows what kind of person you are. You have to take an interest in other people's photos. Now, granted, you may not actually care about some of these things, but you do care about them. So, be nice and engage and give them more than a thumbs up. Give them a comment. All comments help build your post to stay in people's feeds, and more people will see your branding. Even how you wrap your orders, like we were talking about before. People always take pictures of my order. Oh, look, I got my Scentsy order today from Patty. It's become part of my branding, right? Okay, so finally, I'm ending now. Start being proud of who you are. Somewhere, somehow, a lot of women have been beaten down, told they're not good enough, told they're only good to give birth and make dinner. You are more than a mom. You are more than a wife. You are a woman, or if you're a man listening to this, you are a man. You are capable of so many things if you believe in yourself, if you stop caring what other people think, if you own your uniqueness and what makes you different. I think that's what Dumbo's about, isn't it? I don't do animal movies because I cry. Be proud of who you are. Stop trying to please people and worrying about what people don't matter care. You know? Be proud of who you are as a woman, as a man. It's great to be all those other things. You can be a wife or a husband or a business owner or a mom or a dad or a cousin or a sister or a volunteer. These are things about you, but you are who you are. There's things that make you unique, and that is your brand. How you leave people feeling after they're in your space or in your presence, or even online like Marco Poloing. How people feel after they've had a dose of you is your brand. What is your brand? Really think about it. And you have to get really honest with yourself because it might not be great. So how are you going to change it? What are you going to do every day to flip and change the script of your brand, right? Talking all about changing the script on everything. What is it going to be? Be able, if you have a goal to hit, I can't stress enough how you need to go live. And as a leader, you need to start practicing now. Marco Polo is a great way to get used to going live and seeing your face on camera and having it be private without the judgment or anything like that. So if your leader or whoever is on Marco Polo, start Marco Poloing. It's a video messaging app. But I will tell you, if you're messy, if you're in your pajamas, if you screw up, if the doorbell rings and the dog barks and the kid screams, you are now, I don't suggest it for every video, but you are now relatable. People want to feel, you know, and this is probably off on a total different tangent, but you know how you watch hoarders or embarrassing bodies because it makes you feel better about yourself? Life is not perfect. Life is messy. And horrible things are happening in the world. Be the thing that makes people smile. Be the thing that makes people feel good. You are not responsible for making other people happy, but you certainly can help kind of nudge them in the direction. Nobody else is responsible for making you happy, and that's an inside job. But when you get in touch with who you are and embrace the differences in you, your branding will become so loud that the world will see it. It will be like big lights in the sky like a Batman. Oh my gosh, Ashley's here. Holy crap, here she comes. Ashley, can I take your picture? Ashley, I want to see your name. You know, I'm picking on Ashley because her name's in front of me. There's something about that. Be magnetic. Not the magnet that bounces people off because they're like, ugh. You want to be the one that goes, ooh, I want what she has. Oh, I want to be like her. Because you want a team that wants to be around you and that hangs on every word you say. And later on, they might not because they just have heard it 1,000 times. But please, 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 if you take nothing else out of this video, please love who you are. Love what makes yourself different than everybody else. It's probably the thing you got made fun of as a kid and bullied about, but it is your superpower. I promise. It is your superpower. And it will be, if you embrace it and you choose to market it and work with it, it will take you to the next level. Just be you. It's the best thing that you can do, honestly. So I'm going to quick scroll back. If there's any questions, let me know. I'm going to quick scroll back and just make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you for listening, those of you that stuck with me. Megan, Jocelyn, my girl Angelina. Thanks for taking care of my kiwi in the group, by the way. Veronica. Tish, well done. And it's true, customers feel really special when you package things the right way and with a little bit of effort. I know it takes time, and trust me, and I'm not gonna lie, there's some days where it's taken me like 6 or 7 hours to wrap, and then another, because I live out in the country and everything's spread out here, it takes me like 7 hours to drive and deliver too. Love giving my customers extras when they order to make them feel special. I'm working on building a strong. Good job, Brittany. Well done. One of the things that I used to do, and I'm going to go back to doing it, one is I wanted to find a branding candy. People know that when I go home to America, I always bring back American candy for my customers' orders, and it's usually Jolly Ranchers. So that's kind of become one of my things. But there's a candy bar here called Pinky, and I'm like, I think I'm going to start incorporating those in my orders. It will help solidify my branding, right? Oh, it's a Pinky bar because of Patty. The other thing I tend to do, and I used to do, and I need to go back to doing it, is I used to put dog and cat treats in my orders for anybody that had pets, in the host's orders. Because pet owners really like it when you pay attention to their pets. You know, like you people with children, like, I don't reward for children. I lie. If there's a child that's really, really well behaved at a party, I do not collect buddies. I'm not the buddy girl, but I will have things. And then when they go discontinued, I'll try to go back and go, oh, she was really good at the party. Oh, she helped me clean up. Or, oh, she was really sweet. Or he was wonderful. And I will give them the discontinued buddy as a thank you for being so well behaved. As a complete surprise. They have no idea it's coming. So I do that. I have to say, I do reward good behaved kids. And honestly, when you go to parties, you might want to bring coloring pages, like print out some coloring pages from online and bring some crayons. And your old discontinued testers, have kid tester sets. You can even make like it, love it sheets on it or whatever for the kids. Like if that's your thing and it sets you apart, do something like that. Hi, Angie, Amy. Good job, Ashley. And if there's anybody on your team, invite them over for like a warmer of the month, scent of the month kickoff, where you unbox the video and your team's on live with you and you smell the scent and you all give your opinion. Get your team involved and help them be more successful, because maybe some of them can't afford it, or maybe some of them didn't get it yet, but you want them to start getting the sales. So really start doing that, okay? It's kind of one of the things as a leader, I'm going way off the topic of branding, but I'm trying to help you in your team brand, right? So if you can help, one of the things you do as a leader is you think bigger. Somebody posted something. I said, hey, if you had to get 200 PRV this month, what would you do? I had everybody post. Well, somebody posted step 2 in a 2-step process because she thought everybody would know the step 1. And I went, oh God, because people were showing me what they're posting. I'm like, you can't post that. That's a personal special. But I got it from here. And I'm like, oh crap. So I went back and I went, what are you doing? We can't do this. She's like, no, that's after this. I said, oh my God, so that's step 2. I said, what's step 1? She goes, oh, this. And I went, oh my God, okay. I'm taking your post away and I'm going to repost it as a step 1, step 2. She goes, oh, I didn't even think of that. And those are the things you kind of, as a leader, you get used to thinking, if my team read this, I get it. But would my team get it? Would a newbie get it? Would somebody that's technology challenged get it? I don't know. You kind of have to bring yourself back a little bit and think of the bigger picture and go, oh crap, this is going to cause chaos. Even though it was the best idea ever, we just need the first step. So think about that with your teams, about helping them develop their branding by helping them, hey, why don't everybody come over and do photos? So I'm actually thinking about doing a team one of those this next week. So yeah, I think it's just really nice when people share and you get together, and if you wanted to watch a movie and you have some junk food and whatever, and just like make samples and hang out. It totally works. And just have products where everybody can take photos and do little videos about, hey, and then, you know, it just works. Hey, Haley. Thanks, came late. We'll replay. Thanks, Amy. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Ashley. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, I'm going to go. Feel free to friend me on Facebook if you would like. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Any friend of Jack's is a friend of mine. And thank you all for tuning in. And I really hope that you embrace your uniqueness and make it work for you. Because the things that are sometimes the messy things about us are the things that are our superpowers. So embrace them. Tish, great question. If you have a team member that never responds, do you mean to your post or do you mean like in the team page? Do you mean in it or a private message? How are they not responding? I guess that would be my first question. Anything. Oh, Tish, it's time. We learned the phrase bless and release a couple of years ago. It's kind of one of those. You're going to have, I think when you have people come into your team, I think when you're new and you don't have very many team members, you tend to hover and you tend to helicopter lead. Oh, I want them to do this and I want them to do this. And you have goals, but they're not responding and you're like, oh, come on. What I've learned over the last 4 years is everybody's journey is very different. And you can want them to succeed, but they have to make the choice. You can't. I always tell people I'm your GPS. You tell me where you want to go and I will tell you the quickest and easiest way to get there, but you have to put your butt in the car and press the pedal and go. I will tell you if you have to reroute or whatever, or change your route, but I go into every new team member, I've learned 0 expectations. And that is the hardest thing to do, and I'm not even, yep, that's good, Tish. That's kind of what it is. They know that they're seen, they know that they're not forgotten, and that's kind of what it is. You will have people, you'll learn. And I know that sounds really really condescending almost. Expect nothing, because what I've learned is the ones that come on board that go, yep, I'm going to do this and I'm going to earn a trip and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. Usually do nothing. They're all talk and no action. Then you have the ones that will come in and go, no, I'm just doing this for my friends and family. I have no interest in doing any parties. I don't want to do any parties. No, 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 no. What's the minimum? That's what I'm going to do. All right, you need 200 PRV every 4 months. And hey, if you find it's not for you, just go back to being my customer. All right, cool, I'll join. And they need to, a lot of people haven't been involved in direct sales before, or they have in a not very community friendly direct sales business. Like Scentsy's all about the family and the community. It's very cool. And I could go into that in a whole different video, but sometimes they have to sit for a while. Tish, how long has this person been with you? Sometimes people just need to be left alone. Sometimes, and then what are you saying when you reach out? Because a lot of people are quiet for a couple reasons. I always say silence is bad when you have a team member. But if you understand them, sometimes silence is okay. I have one team member I don't talk to very often. Every 4 months, I send her when I do a year on the will cancel list, I do funny videos because I don't like telling people they have to place an order. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It feels yucky. So I do funny Snapchat videos telling people you need their order in or you're going to not be in Scentsy anymore. And I know that she has a busy life. She has a career. She just ordered so much Scentsy that it was stupid for her not to join. And she lives like, I don't know, 2 hours away from me. So it just was easy around. So she was ordering on my website and paying the extra postage anyway. So she just does it herself and gets a friend. So we knew that understanding. So I just check in with her and I make sure that I'm engaging in her posts on Facebook so that she knows I see her and I'm not just there for her order every 4 months. But that's where I know she wants to be. She was actually my roommate at a hospital. It's in September. She's sales, so can't complain. Okay. So she is, so if she has sales, she's just doing her own thing. She just may not, in your team page, you can see, now she's probably in your team page and somebody else's team page. She may be seeing things, but she's not commenting. She hasn't been, there's a lot that do that. Same thing with your personal profile. There's a lot of people that watch you to see if you are who you really say you are. You're doing what you say you're really going to do. Are you sticking with Scentsy? Again, branding is a huge part of that. And she's still doing something. So if she's not engaging and she's not answering you, I would just send her a little message or send her a card in the mail that says, hey, I was just thinking of you and I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you being part of my team. That's it. Just keep it really simple, and make her know that here if you need me. I will say, here if you need me, if you have any questions. I just didn't want you to think I forgot about you. I think there's an age difference too about how people comment and how people engage. I find sometimes the younger ones, I can get them engaged on Instagram. I can get my stepdaughter to answer me on Instagram, but nowhere else. So I've just learned to play the game. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta let them go. Like, not everybody's gonna be it. If you've ever learned personality types, I highly recommend it. It can change your business and your life, really. One that I'm thoroughly trained in is the DISC program, D-I-S-C program. You can Google it on DISC personality type on Google. And when you learn different people's personality types, you know how to talk to them and you know what to talk to them about. So, for instance, I always use this one because it's easy to explain this way. When someone is interested in joining, hey, I'm thinking about joining. You don't want to throw up all this information. You literally go, cool. Why? Why are you thinking about it? I want to know why. So I know what I'm talking about with them, because you don't want to give them all this information that they don't care about. So I remember somebody talking to me about going, oh, you could spend so much time with your family. It would not. One of the things I don't want in my life is more time with my family. That is not me. That is not what makes me tick. I want prizes, I want money, and I want to go up in the company in title. That's what's important to me. All my friends are family people because I love the squishy ones and the ones that love that stuff. I'm just not that person. And I love my family. I just don't need to spend all the time with them. That's why they're in another country now. Just kidding. So you wouldn't talk to me about those things because you wouldn't sell it to me. When I was looking for an apartment to rent, they kept trying to sell me, oh, this house gets great sun, and oh, it gets nice and warm and toasty in here. Oh my God. The people that would have taken time. So what are you looking for? I would have wanted something that doesn't get a lot of sun. I don't like sun. I don't like daylight. I do everything at night. I'm a night owl. So I sleep until 11:30 every day and I stay up till about 2 or 3 in the morning. I tick very differently than a lot of people. So he unsold me things. And that's what you can do when you're training. And you can do it to your team when they're already in. If you don't know what their goals are, when they come in, it's really hard to guide them or be there for them because you're trying to steer them somewhere they don't want to go. And sometimes they'll come around. It might be their life changed, something changed. Or they, as we say, drank the Kool-Aid, or they marinated enough in Scentsy and saw the consistency in it, that it wasn't fake, that it was different than what they've been in before. Maybe they're going through something, but they haven't told you. I just told somebody else on my team recently, I said, stop thinking everything and every reaction is about you, because it's not. Oh, I had this lady, I messaged her a couple times and she never got back to me and she just isn't returning my text. I said, why do you assume it's about you? I said, you don't know if her child got into a car accident, lost her job, you don't know if she's sick, you don't know anything. Stop assuming everything is about you. And just say, hey, I haven't heard from you and I'm just worried. Are you okay? I just want to make sure you're okay. That's it. Usually you get a response because they know you're not just on them for money and orders or whatever. You actually care that they're okay and you're just like, are you okay? So just take a step back, respect what she's doing, congratulate her on her things, but just let her know you're there. And if you're doing that, that's all you can do. You can't drag people along and you can't make them go where they don't want to go. And the more you respect that, the more, if they're ready to go to those places, they'll be more forthcoming when they're ready, because they'll know that you've been there and you've supported them with what they wanted, not with what you wanted. So I know there's only like 2 of you on now, so you are absolutely welcome. I hope that all made sense. I know I've went really, really long now. So sorry, Jack. You know me. Okay. Any other questions? I'm going to go. It is a Patty day here. It's raining like crazy and it's cloudy. Aw, thanks, Ashley. That's a compliment and a half. Y'all need to come to Reunion in Australia. Come to Reunion in Australia. Come on. You know you want to. Need Angelina to come. Y'all get Angelina to come. Peer pressure. Get her. All right, you guys. Have a good night where you are. It is 2:30 in the afternoon here. So I've been talking for about an hour and a half. So when you make it over. When. Not if. When you make it over. All right. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your month. Hit your goals. Share like you're giving, share the opportunity like you're giving out Halloween candy. Do not judge, do not assume. Get to know your brand and be seen. Don't be afraid to be seen. It's how you're going to do this. All right. Good night, everybody.